And we are back. Welcome to my third and final European prediction video of the week. This is my UEFA Conference League quarterfinal second leg preview and predictions. If you missed either of my opening two videos, you can check them out at the top of your screen right now, covering the Champions League games still to take place tonight and the Europa League games taking place tomorrow night. Make sure you are subscribed with notifications turned on. Don't miss out on any of the predictions videos we have coming up for you. Once I'm back in the UK, tonight, actually, the day you're watching this is when I fly back home. We will, of course, have our Premier League and La Liga videos coming up for you at the usual time on Friday morning. And don't forget to drop a like on this video as well if you do enjoy all of my prediction series. As for today, we have got these four Europa Conference League quarterfinal second leg to talk about. It was a pretty good week for me last week. I believe we got 3 out of 4 in terms of the actual predictions, meaning we're in a pretty good position going into the second legs. And we'll start off, as always, with the earliest kickoff, which is Fiorentina taking on NK Celje. A 2-1 victory for Fiorentina in the first leg. Started off by a brilliant run and goal from Ranieri, although you have to look at what was some very suspect defending and goalkeeping from Celje for that opening goal. But from that point onwards, the game was actually pretty even and was settled by 2 penalties. Firstly from Fiorentina, then from Celje. And if you actually look at the stats, it was the home side in that opening leg that had the better of the game. They had more possession, they had more chances. But outside of that penalty, they weren't able to get past David De Gea. At the weekend, it was a 0-0 draw for Fiorentina against Parma, which was quite a poor result, I think. I think they would have expected to win that one, although they did make changes with this second leg in mind. For Celje, it took a 95th minute penalty to pick up a 2-1 win, but they did manage to avoid any injury concerns coming into this one. There's also no injury concerns for Fiorentina ahead of this game, but they do have 3 players suspended after they got yellow cards in the first leg. All of Dodo, Moreno and Zaniolo are going to be unavailable for Fiorentina. Is that enough of an incentive for the big upset of the Slovenian side going to Italy and picking up the result? Personally, I don't see it. I think we all expect Fiorentina to get through from this position. Like I've said on multiple occasions, though, Celje are a side that absolutely refuses to die in this competition, and I wish them the best of luck because I think it would be an incredible result if they could go there and get the win. I personally don't see it happening. I'm going to start today's predictions with a 3-1 victory to Fiorentina. Next off, it's back to the plastic pitches because it's Jagiellonia Białystok taking on Real Betis. And as expected, Real Betis did, of course, dominate that opening leg. 65% possession, 3.4 XG, but they only managed 2 goals. And I think that gives JB just that little bit of a chance to pull themselves back in this position. Like we spoke about, they are playing on the artificial pitch. They quite literally have home field advantage coming into this game. And 2-0 might just be enough to get themselves back into this game. What you would say, though, is that Real Betis did make changes at the weekend. They rested key players with this second leg in mind, but it backfired in their race for Champions League places in La Liga because they lost at home to Villarreal. Make sure to check out my La Liga prediction series if you are a member of this channel to make sure you can see my thoughts around that game, because I think they've messed up massively there. Surely qualifying for the Champions League is more important than winning this competition, which would only get them into the Europa League for this season. But it's a massive backfire for them. For JB, they actually took on Legia Warsaw in the Polish league this weekend, and they were able to pick up an away win at Legia. More on them shortly. But it's a good result for them. It gives them confidence coming into this game, and it just might give them enough momentum, especially with Betis losing, to pick up a result. Neither side have players suspended coming into this game, although for Betis, Llorente went off injured in that Villarreal defeat as well, so it looks like he is going to be unavailable. Do I think they're going to pull off the upset here? No, I don't, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to make it a 1-1 draw on the night. I do think, like I say, that JB have a chance of getting the win. I just don't think they're going to have enough to win the tie, though. Betis, if they turn up, should still get the victory. But with that home field advantage, anything could happen. I don't think anything could happen in this next game, though, which is, of course, Chelsea taking on Legia Warsaw. Chelsea winning 3-0 last week, 72% possession, 5 big chances, 3 goals, and they even missed the penalty as well, with Nkunku's effort being saved. It's just not really much of a contest. Like, Chelsea are 3-0 up. They've got the home leg to come. Legia, of course, as we've just mentioned, just lost at home to Legia in the Polish league as well. So they're not playing very well. To be fair, Chelsea could only muster a 2-2 draw against Ipswich in the Premier League at the weekend. So it's not like they played great at the weekend either, but they showed the golfing class in the first leg. They didn't even play their full first team in the first leg. They'll have even more players available for them in the second leg. They're 3-0 up. They're at home. I shouldn't need to say too much more about this. In terms of the actual admin, no suspensions for either side coming into this game. So you would expect that it's just going to be an easy Chelsea win once again. I'm going to go for 4-0. If that's disrespectful to Legia, I do apologise. But I've seen enough from Chelsea in this competition to know that they've won every single game so far. And I'd expect them to win this one as well. 4-0 to Chelsea. And then finally, it is Rapid Vienna taking on Djurgardens. And this was the one that I was a little bit surprised about. I thought that Djurgardens would actually get a result with themselves being at home in that first leg with their home field advantage. But it was Rapid that come away with the 1-0 win. It was a very, very even game. If you actually look at the stats, it's one of them games where very few chances for either side, pretty even in terms of possession. It's one of them games that was either going to finish 0-0 or someone was going to nick it one way or another due to either a bit of brilliance or a bit of madness. And unfortunately for the home side on that night, it was a bit of madness because Findal decided to whack the ball past his own goalkeeper into his own net to give Rapid the 1-0 win on the opening night. From there, both sides played at the weekend. Both sides were involved in 2-0 home victories. However, it was Rapid winning the Vienna derby 2-0 at the weekend, whereas Djurgardens were losing 2-0 away from home, playing near enough their absolute full first team in that game. Meanwhile, Rapid actually made some changes for their derby match as well. So Rapid have the lead, have the momentum, have rested some of their first team players. Djurgardens lost the first leg, played their full first team at the weekend and lost. So it's just not looking good from here if you're a Djurgardens fan, in my opinion. No suspensions for either side coming into this, other than Bolla, should I say. I missed about that. Bolla will be suspended for Rapid, but no fresh injury concerns for either side. No suspensions for Djurgardens. Surely Rapid take it from here. I'm going for a 2-0 victory to Rapid Vienna. And that is going to be it for my European predictions this week. As always, thank you very much for watching, especially given how I've had to do this in my hotel room with all my notes on my phone this week. So thank you for all the support you've given me this week. As always, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know anything you think I've missed regarding any of these fixtures. In terms of the Premier League game taking place, I'm not going to do an actual prediction video for it. I'm just going to put a note on my community page with my thoughts regarding the actual match. So make sure to check that out over on the community page as well. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back usual time tomorrow night with my post-match reaction to the Manchester United-Lyon second leg. So hopefully I will see you there, and hopefully it'll be off the back of a Manchester United win. And then usual predictions for Premier League and La Liga once again on Friday morning. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you very soon.